once you kind of grokked that it was digital marketing, you mentioned earlier YouTube videos. I mean, did you have a mentor? Did you read a book? Did you strictly watch YouTube videos? What's the learning process? And how do you get to the point where you were actually valuable to clients?
Yeah. I started just watching random YouTube videos, and I watched 100 hours basically of and not just digital marketing as a broad concept, but I saw that very quickly that I was going to have to drill down into one area of digital marketing. And so I started, I thought that Facebook ads would be the most effective way to get into this world. And I saw that a lot of other people were having success with this. So basically I was joining like Facebook groups of other, of other marketers, sharing information, sharing different videos that other people were making. And I saw that I was learning everything that I needed by just watching all these different videos on YouTube, right? All the content is out there. And of course you can pay $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 for all these different courses that exist from different individuals. But, if there's one particular area that you're struggling with, well, you can just, through the force of raw Googling, you can learn just about anything, obviously, right? So, especially when it comes to this particular realm, and technology. That's, obviously that's a reason that I, decided to pursue this route, because, it was a low cost to me. I essentially was able to, within a month, train myself enough to have just a low level base of skills to be able to serve clients. And, I got started from there and have continued to learn more and more. And, here I am today.
Yeah, no, it makes a lot of sense. And by the way, Clint is great. I don't want you to steal him away from us, but Clint is a great digital marketer. So one of the things that I think you mentioned that's important are the groups. That is, one can Google one's way to learn anything, but I imagine part of what you discovered also by being in groups is almost by osmosis, what kinds of things to focus on, what kinds of things are misleading. That is, when you see a community of experts or learners, maybe expert learners, wherever they are, then you can kind of see, oh, that person says, that information is not so great. This person thinks this is. Even if they argue, you sort of see, oh, on the one hand, on the other hand. Would you say that those groups were an important part of your learning process?
Certainly, yeah. I tried my hand in what's called drop shipping. And this is basically where you buy cheap goods from China. You never touch the merchandise, but you build a site as if you own the merchandise, and then you have it sent from a supplier in China. But the important skill set of that is being able to market it, to build a site that is attractive, and also to run the Facebook ads in the most effective way possible. And so I did join a group of these drop shippers, and basically they're just all marketers. Mm-hmm. And through basically what you were saying, watching how they were arguing about different, should we run this kind of ad or that kind of ad? What's more powerful? What gets more click-throughs? And hearing all these different terms and phrases, that really got me sort of thinking and able to form my own opinions on some of these questions. And at least it gave me the base to know what I didn't know, right? Going before that, you don't know what you don't know. So, this took me a step further in that regard.
Yeah, I'm big, and this is very much how I think of training adolescents, is the peer community, even the Socratic expanse, just kids hearing other kids argue about stuff, right? They know what they don't know, they know the range of opinion, they know what people are passionate about. That is sort of the intellectual life, which is a bit different, but still, it's very much peer driven. And in my experience, yeah, it's really hard for most people to kind of just cold through Googly learn things. Again, in principle or in theory, you can learn anything that way. I think the social piece is really important. And I think one of the reasons that schools and universities still exist is the social thing, and not just for fun, but also we all are social creatures. And so, in terms of replacing the obsolete system, for me, it's important not just to flag the fact that through Google, you have content available on everything, but also some kind of peer learning community, I think is really helpful in practice.